Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Honolulu. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Honolulu. I'm echoing somewhere. Yeah. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday. That propeller right there belongs to an Antonov AN12. It's our second one here in about a week. This one, I believe, is white, not blue. The last one we had here was blue. Supposed to leave a couple minutes after 7. I'm assuming it'll go to the Reef runway, but I have no idea, really. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. We also have a UPS Queen that is just up and to the left of it, if you could see that as well in the corner there. That Queen has just pushed back. That'll head out to the Reef runway. So we'll catch those here in a few minutes. Sun is really annoying this morning. I mean, I'd rather have sun than no sun, but man, it's right in my eyes. Had to fix that with a towel. Handy dandy little sunblock here. Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Sydney. Thought I saw Ms. Wolves in here earlier. Let's scroll back a little bit. I think I saw Ms. Wolves in here earlier. Yes, Ms. Wolves is here somewhere. Hello. Good morning, Ron. Charlie Bravo, Steve. Keith. Sorry, no 360 camera again today, Keith. Light work for Keith this week. Keith is our mod over on the 360 channel, the HNL Ops, and light work for him today. Morning, J-Dog. We're having some encoder issues, and I'm trying to get everything sorted out, and it's one of those things. You know how it is. What I still haven't figured out is this mosquito problem. All this rain, we've had so many mosquitoes, it's driving me insane. Oh, we got is that number 2 engine? I don't know how they number them on an Antonov. I'm assuming that's number 2. As you can see with this shot, it is a very beautiful morning this morning. Lots of clouds. Some light rain maybe later on in the show, pushing in the 9 to 10 o'clock hour. So we might get some light rain later this afternoon. Patchy light rain. So we do have the rain cover up today, just in case. But as you know, you can't have rainbows without a little bit of rain. So there it goes right there. So that looks like it is going to go down to the Reef runway. That's kind of a shame. We'll see it when it gets in the air, though. Thanks, Ian. I believe it came in from Guam. Do I keep saying Antonov? I think I keep saying How do you pronounce it? Antonov? I always say Antonov. Am I wrong? Now that I'm saying it multiple times, I think I'm saying it wrong. But hey, you know, if I didn't mispronounce something, it wouldn't be a reverse op show. At least it's not one of your names this time. Morning, Jolly Roger. It says they're a new member, but that's a bug in the system, Jolly Roger. Jolly Roger has come to us at the 330 international level, stepping up to international. Stretching out on the wide body. Get you a new first class in that starting next year, I think. Thank you very much, Jolly Roger. That's very generous of you. MXC for life. It looks like a Soviet era aircraft because it is a Soviet era aircraft. It is 57 years old. First time I saw an AN-12 here was 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. It was one of the blue ones. And they parked it about where they parked that one there, right over by the Transair. And when I got to watch them get out of the plane, and it looked like they were right out of central casting. I mean, just if you said, hey, give me the stereotypical AN-12 pilot and crew, it was just like a movie set. It was weird. This is a 757. It's a FedEx. It's coming in from Maui. It'll pop around these buildings here and come out this other side. We'll see if it goes long. There it is. I heard echo and then ground, so it's going to make a right turn here in a second. Thanks again, Jolly Roger. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jolly Roger, we've had the 124 here a couple times. It hasn't been here in quite a while, though. Probably 2 years. It hasn't been here since before I was streaming, so maybe almost 3 years. Hello, Brandon. Good to see you. Did I say hi to Alan? I don't remember if I did. Hello, Alan. It hasn't been here in a couple of years. I think it was just before I started streaming, so that would be about 3 years ago. Oh, no, we did catch one in a stream, didn't we? We have caught one in a stream. That was a few years ago still. The 225, the one that no longer exists, well, there's pieces of it. It has been here, to my knowledge, once. So the 124 is the quad. The 225 is, I don't know what 6 is in quad. Is a 6-engine plane. That it was destroyed. That was here before. I don't even know how long ago that. I've seen video of it. It looks like it's from the 90s. I was told once it was here when Michael Jackson played the stadium, but I don't know if that lines up or not. I was told it. Somebody told me it was used to transport Michael Jackson's stage, and they brought it here for that. But that's all. I have no idea really. It's a good story though. Somebody was asking about the ANAs, the A380s. The first one will be the green one here today. It is about a half an hour early. It'll be here right at 8 o'clock, so a little over an hour from now. The second one will be here about an hour after that, so right before 9 o'clock. The second one today is a blue one. I think that's the two we got. Didn't we get those two? Here the other day on Tuesday. The flight radar is doing that thing where it's planes are just double showing up. I don't know what that is. So there are not two Zip Airs coming in. That's just flight radar being dopey. Well, MXC for life, I am not going to get my hopes up because I won't be holding my breath for that one. Ah, Lord Andrew, hello, how are you? That's pretty cool. My old boss got to load one of them. I believe it was the 124. He was telling me they're very strict about what you can step on in the back, because if you step on the wrong thing in the back, you might fall all the way through. That might have been just a story as well. Hello, Upper. We'll get Fred in the house. Hello, Fred. So a couple of these here, there's two Uniteds in this shot. One is a 757. It is heading off to LA with the extra X. There's also a 777 in this shot. It's heading off to SFO. Boy, are you guys having the same problem I have with the flight radar where it's doubling everything? There's two of every plane. Makes the airfield look really active though. Oh, that's really cool, MXC for life. Let's see, I didn't even look at Hickam this morning. Okay. That looks like a tanker to me there. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's two tails right there. Those are both C5s. Hello, Steven. Good to see you. Did you not get the invite to Vegas? All right, so the Queen is first, and then the 1, 2, 4, or sorry, the 1, 2 will be second. That one right there should be an American 321. That has also pushed back. Pan right. Now or before? I don't know. We're going to come over here because that Queen, I think, is moving. We have another Queen on, that'll be here in just a few minutes. It is probably 20 minutes out. Yeah, about 20 minutes out. Don't want to miss the AN 12, so we're going to go back over here. MXC for life, I thought it was this week. I thought it was yesterday. Where's Brandon? Brandon will know. I thought it was yesterday. Zippies is on final. We have a 757 coming out right at us, though, so we're going to take that. Next one out on the Reef runway is going to be that United 777 that we saw a bit ago heading off to SFO. Okay, I think the United is moving, so we're going to hang out over this side. MXT for life. Someone said, I thought I said San Bernardino, but I think it was Ian. Was it Ian who said it in the chat a little while ago? I was right. San Bernardino, and it was Ian. Look at that. Ta-da. So the next one is going to be another 321. It is lining up on 8 left, but it looks like Zippies is... There's the Zippies. Dreamliner. Should be the Zippies Dreamliner. Yes, it is. We got Travis in the house. Hello, Trav N. Wendy's here. Hello, Wendy. Wendy, you're better than I am. I don't even try when I'm on mobile. I do the at everyone hello. It's kind of funny sometimes when I'm at work and I'm watching a stream and I want to chat, I'll remote. I'm watching the stream on my phone because I'm at work. So I'll remote into my home computer and use the home computer desktop version to chat because I hate chatting on the phone. There is a bunch of activity at the end of Taxiway Alpha. There's a Hawaiian down there, a Delta down there, and an American down there. It looks like the American is going to go down to the Reef runway. Yeah, there it goes there. The Delta might come at us. We'll see where the Hawaiian goes. So did we confirm on when the day the One World is? Are they at One World today, Brandon? All right, so where the Delta is rolling now at us, it's got a Hawaiian coming up behind us. So we'll say goodbye to Zippy's there, and we'll come over here. Yes, April 22nd. 16 members. Wow. Morning. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that was cool. Did you guys catch that? We had a twofer straight up. All right, that's obviously a UPS Queen is heading off into the clouds, but we caught that and the Delta in the same shot looking straight up. I'd like to say I planned that, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. You know, MXC for Life, I heard a bunch of rumors for that, but nothing concrete. I've been hearing for a while that the last old Hawaiian livery would get that paint job, but I haven't seen it head to a paint shop yet. And I did hear a funny story, though. I have a friend who works in sales and marketing at a company in town that works has accounts with Hawaiian Airlines, and apparently Hawaiian Airlines asked to have all their logos changed to include the One World circle, that blue circle with One World written in it, on all their advertising stuff. But they didn't ask till Tuesday, and they wanted it done Tuesday, and my friend was like, nope, not gonna happen. Should have asked us a month ago. So I'd like to thank our very good friend, Ms. Wolves. Not only is she an awesome channel member, friend, and mod, she's also put up with me for 29 months. And that's deserves something right there. So thank you very much, Wiz. Time has definitely flown by. All right, the American is rolling down on the Reef runway, so we're gonna go back over and try to catch it. But thank you very much, Ms. Wolves. CFI, I thought they were, but again, I'm an outsider looking in. This is looking back towards Honolulu. You can barely see Diamond Head peek out on the right side of the screen. That's Diamond Head Monument. That's 721 feet tall, I think. Something like that. 700 and something. Just peeking over the right side of the screen. You can see the cranes from Honolulu Harbor there. That's where we get all our food. To the left side of the screen is downtown Honolulu, edge of Chinatown. Oops, that was almost bad. Our good friend Brandon Rabbit is coming in with his own milestone. 25 months at the 717 level. Got that blue badge. Thank you very much. Well, let's go over and take this Hawaiian real quick. It was faster than I thought. That one is heading off to Hilo. Go back to the truck cam. Thank you, Brandon. It seems like yesterday I was visiting you. In the grand scheme of things, it pretty much was yesterday. That was not that long ago. And it won't be that long until you do it again, so. But thank you very much for being what's to see about ending your probation soon? Let's give that some thought. He brought a bag of treats to try to bribe me to end his probation last time he was here. I had one of those Pop-Tarts the other day. Next one we have coming in is that that queen we saw overhead. But before that, we want to make sure we thank our good friend, Robbie Wilkins. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks again, Patrick. Thank you for being here, most of all. And thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And now we will take the queen. This one's coming in from Louisville. Well, thank you very much, Robbie. I really appreciate the support. Not only the super chat, but being a long-time member. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. We have our good friend Ian coming in 23 months at the 717 level. Just another month to get that blue badge. As time flies and you're having fun in Honolulu. Ain't that the truth? The last 20 years have just flown by. Thanks again, Ian. Yeah, Jolly Roger, that truck was doing a runway inspection. That was one of the ops trucks. They need to get on, get their job done, and get off very quickly so they don't hold up traffic. Because you got things like this guy wanting to cross the runway he was doing an inspection on. Vicarious Vivid. Is that the Lagoon? Is that the one right behind me? The Lagoon Street station? I have been there. We didn't really explore it that much. From where we were standing, it didn't look like there was such a great view. I mean, there is a view, but it's not... You can get a little closer, I think. I don't know if they throw you out for taking pictures either. Hello, AJ. This Southwest just came in from Kahului. We have another 737 about to depart the Reef runway. That's an Aloha Air Cargo. We have a 717 that looks like it might take 8 left, so we'll prioritize that one if... I don't think we'll go out at the same time, but... No, CFI. My 24-hour stream of... So, what CFI on the fly is talking about is I have a second channel. I'll drop a link in the chat. Where I have some other stuff going on. And one of the things going on is a 24-hour stream of the ATC, the tower ATC, both tower frequencies here, and the map with the radar on it, so you can follow on the planes and the ATC. So no, I have a deal worked out with Flight Radar, so I can use their map. So that map on my thing is actually Flight Radar's, but I have a deal worked out with the owner of Flight Radar. He gave me permission to use his map as long as I don't cut out any of his logo or anything. He said it's okay. The audio on that, though, is coming out of a scanner in the front window of my house. So I'm not pirating live ATC or anything. So and it actually sounds pretty good. The aircraft in the air sound really good from up there because I'm a little higher elevation. It's actually, sometimes it sounds better than when I'm sitting right here. But that being said, I know there's other ways to get that information. I know you can go to live ATC or you could go to Flight Radar yourself. The reason I have it is so I can follow along when I'm at work or whatever, or at home. But it also lets you rewind in sync 12 hours. So if you missed something or you wanted to hear something again, you can rewind in sync, so the map and the audio will be in sync if you rewind it up to 12 hours. So I find that feature very handy. No, it says right on their website, not for commercial use. And Brendan's talking about using live ATC. And it says right on their website, not for commercial use. But every day I see another one of those type of channels showing up, and I know they're using live ATC when they shouldn't be. There's a C-17. Too far. There he is. Alaska 1028, he's not listening. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. If you don't know who I am, my name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We are an aviation live stream and tomfoolery channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, which is right over here. It's named after the late senator from the state and territory of Hawaii. It is 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu, which is right over there, on the south shore of the beautiful island of Oahu, and it is exceptionally beautiful today. I hope that's coming across in the photos or video, I guess. But we usually do 3 of these shows a week here, usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We are in a little bit of a weird week. I have to actually work at my day job on Saturday. We're doing some server upgrades. So I will be unavailable Saturday. And so that means there'll be no Saturday show. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to make that up. I was hoping to do a Friday show tomorrow, but I need to prep some stuff for Saturday, so I think tomorrow's gonna be a long day as well, so I don't think that's gonna happen. You never know. Keep those notifications on. Maybe we'll try to make the show up midweek next week, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to go a weekend with no Honolulu planes, as sad as that may be. But we'll most likely be back to our regular schedule next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We have a members stream coming up again with the weekend. I might have overcommitted myself to doing it Sunday morning. We might have to wait till next Sunday morning for the members stream, but I will let everyone know as soon as I know what the time of that's going to be. I'm looking forward to that one. I think it's going to be fun, but I think I might have overextended myself for the weekend, so we'll have to see. But thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We got what time is it? We got over 2 hours still left in the show. We're gonna be here till about 9:45. We still haven't seen any of the Honus yet, so the A380s are still on their way. The first one is just on the other side of Kauai right now. It'll be here in just a few minutes. If you're having a good time so far, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, and I know about half of you aren't, about half of you in the background aren't subscribed. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please reach over and hit that subscribe button while you're hitting the like button. I would really appreciate that. If you'd like to take the next step above the free ways to help, there's channel memberships available starting at just $2 a month. There's a PayPal link somewhere in the description, and we have a merch shop, and we have a couple of interesting things here on the merch shop. Brand new stuff. Let's see if we can show you those. The first one I've shown you before is the Keep the Pualani shirt. That is basically, we have a saying out here in Hawaii, keep the country country. I kind of borrowed that a little bit. Keep the Pualani. Pualani means keep the Hawaiian liveries Hawaiian liveries. Pualani is the name of the tail design. It means heavenly flower in Hawaiian. That is the name of the tail design on all the Hawaiian planes. So we'd like to keep all of them that way. It's available in a t-shirt and a magnet, and a portion of the proceeds from this shirt will be donated to the Pacific Aviation Museum on Ford Island. So those are available in the shop now. We have a brand new shirt as well. We have the Defend Pualani shirt. I put this out there as a teaser the other day on Instagram. We got a lot of responses asking me to make a shirt for it, and here we go. We have the shirt for it. So the Defend Pualani shirt is available now. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. It's reverseopshop.com. And again, also with this shirt, a portion of the proceeds does go to the Pacific Aviation Museum on Ford Island. If you haven't been there before, it's amazing. You can see all the varieties of American fighters. You can see a B-24. You can see a B-17, the Swamp Ghost. You can see two different Japanese Zeros. One is the Niihau Zero that crash landed on Niihau, December 7th, 1941. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, and you can see bullet holes in the hangar from the attack on Pearl Harbor. So it's well worth your time to head over to the Pacific Aviation Museum. If you do go over there, tell them Reverse Ops sent you. It won't get you anything, but it's pretty funny if you tell them that anyway. So thanks everyone. Thanks for checking out the shirts. Thanks for checking out all the other stuff on the shop. There's a lot of stuff over there: hats, hoodies, t-shirts, all that jazz. So check that out. Go back to this area over here. We do have a couple planes rolling out right now. We have a 717 turning on the end, heading over to Hilo. We'll catch that overhead in just a minute. I think the biggest on those two shirts is 3X, but shoot me an email and remind me and I'll look into it. We got a FedEx triple on the downwind coming in from Memphis. swear to God, people... Next one down there is heading off to San Diego. It is a Hawaiian 321. It is also going to come down 8 left right at us. So we get a wannabe wide body coming right at us. All right, so the next one in on the 8 left here is that FedEx triple that was on the downwind. There it is right there. When it gets a little bit closer, we'll get a little bit closer as well. Once it gets over, if you're looking at the map, if you're following it on Flight Radar, once it gets over about Iroquois Point is when I can get a pretty decent shot of it, especially these bigger planes. Oh, thank you very much. We got our first, whoops. Thank you very much. So we're going to have back-to-back FedEx planes. One of the biggest, well, I think probably the biggest FedEx plane, followed by one of the smallest. We had a Sky Courier coming in right behind it. So we got two completely different size FedEx planes. This one isn't the smallest one we have here. We do have some Sky Courier or Cargo Masters here. This one's coming over from Lihue. And then this one came in. I believe I said this one came in from Memphis. Yes, it did. Oh, Mav Dog, what's the flight number? Sailboat update. Still there. So we have looks like the Majuro flight has lit up. That's a Max 8 heading off to Majuro. Let me give you a little Honu update. The Honu has made its way beyond the halfway point between here and Kauai. That means it's probably less than 10 minutes out. Oh, yes, it is. So flight radar is telling me 7 minutes out. That looks like it's going to be the next big plane over on 8 left. It'll probably looks like it has a couple of Hawaiians in front of it. At least one Hawaiian in front of it. Ooh, I didn't like that. Did you guys see that? Let's pan back over this way a little bit. Sorry. I was telling you earlier about some of that rain. So there it is right there. Up in the hills. Hopefully it stays up there. Usually the weather report, like 99% of the time, is '74 to '84, light trade winds, chance of windward and Mauka showers. You could probably say that 90% of the time and get away with it. So usually the rain stays up in the mountains. They have the trade winds come from the north-northeast, which is the other side of that mountain range, and they meet the warmer air on this side, and so it rains on top of the mountains. That's why the other side of those mountains is very green. The windward side is very green. So as long as the stuff stays up there, the winds don't get too fat, we should be okay. So that's the Majuro flight heading out. So last night, me and Mrs. Reverse Ops had a little small kind date night. Just a little dinner and a movie. We just did Jersey Mike's for some sandwiches, but then we went and saw. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might know this already. We went and saw Fight Club at the theater. They were showing one night only. They were showing Fight Club. Everything I do is family friendly. You just have to really have a really messed up family. But yeah, we saw Fight Club last night. It was the first time I'd seen it on in the theater in forever. I saw it opening night back in 1999. But I think that's the last time I saw it in the theater. And it held. I'm telling you, a lot of these movies that are old don't hold up, but this one held up. I really enjoyed it still. Of course, I've seen it on DVD dozens of times. But I still was entertained, still laughed at the jokes. Had a very good time. It's probably easily top 5 favorite movie of all time for me. You've never seen Fight Club? By telling you this, I'm breaking the first 2 rules of Fight Club anyway, so maybe I shouldn't talk about this. The Majuro flight's going to skip down to the Reef runway. Has a Hawaiian behind it heading off to Lehui. We'll see where that goes. Looks like it's going to come this way. That's good. That is good. Thanks, Travis. Did you say Texas is an island? Somebody in the chat said Texas is an island. I need more information. Yeah, we're very close to the A380. We probably might be able to pick it out at the beginning, at the top of this shot. We'll get a little, when it gets a hair closer, we will zoom in on it. It's still way out there over Kapolei. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Jonathan McD has gifted 1 reverse house membership. It's like our good friend Fritz is the recipient of that. So, Fritz, I thought I saw you in the chat earlier. Please join me in thanking Jonathan. Thank you very much. Yes, Roy, that was the Mazuro flight that just left while the Honu was coming down. It's over here. The rental car guys are trying to figure out which car to go with which set of keys, and they're honking the horns. Hello, Black Cat. Good to see you. Oh, they got it fired up again. So it looks like all three engines are fired up. I can't really tell about the far side, but I think all three engines are fired up. Actually, the Jolly Roger, we're right next to where the lots where they store all the rental cars. So the guy came up with a big box of keys, and he's trying to figure out which key goes to which car. Brandon, I haven't heard anything, but this is the second time in a week we've seen them fire up this one. I haven't seen them do anything with the UPS one next to it, but this is the second time we've seen this one get fired up. Yeah, Upper. That's the thing about airplanes. You fly them, maintain them, they'll run forever. You let them sit for 5 minutes and might never turn on again. Oh, windy on the FedEx ones. I've heard FedEx is wants to have them up in the air by the end of May. That's the no date, just the end of May. So the end of May is actually coming up quite soon. Really? Huh. That'd be interesting. Robbie? Okay, I think they shut it down. It doesn't look like it's still on. Yeah, I think they shut them down. That's about what they did the other day. They had it running for about 4 or 5 minutes and they shut it off. On the top left of the screen, you can see the arrivals at the top and the departures at the bottom. So quite a few small ones leaving soon. We do have a couple of Southwests. But at the top, we do have a couple of heavies coming in late in there. We have the second A380 landing in about 50 minutes. So. You know, I thought there was only one L1011 flying. I might be wrong. Next one out on the Reef runway is Aloha Air Cargo heading off to Lehue. Lehue is on the island of Kauai. We also have one heading off to Hawaiian heading off to Kahului, which is on the island of Maui. That is going to go on, most likely on 8 left. So we'll get one out on each. So that's the Hawaiian down there that's making the turn in front of the hangar. And then this is the Aloha Air Cargo right here. Zoom in a little bit on the Hawaiian at the end there. Yeah, both the runway, both of the 8s here are long. The 8 left is actually the longest runway. 8 left is 300 feet longer than the Reef runway. So this is 12,300 feet. At one time, 8 left was the longest runway in the world. It was close, I think it was right around 15,000 feet at the time. They've chopped off the end down there. Just the tip. Boy. But they chopped off the end down there when they expanded Hickam. So it used to be 15,000. Now it's 12,300. Thanks, Wendy. Peter, it was designated one, but the shuttle never came here. So the next one was our first of the Hawaiian heavies. This is Hawaiian Flight 6 that just turned over onto Juliet, so it's going to head down to the Reef runway. It's Hawaiian Flight 6's the Island Jenny Express, which I think Jen's going to be on soon. I forget what date. She messaged me the date she's going to be on, but I need to go look that up. Hopefully it's not past. But it's heading off to Las Vegas. I don't know anything about flight sims, so I wouldn't know. I don't know anybody here. I'm sure there's people here who play them, but I don't know anything about flight sims. I haven't played flight sim since the original one, since the original Microsoft one, so I don't know. I did meet a couple of flight sim guys at AvCon. Swiss 001 and a couple other guys, but it's never really been my thing. I don't know how to explain it. I've loved planes my whole life, but I've never had any desire to be a pilot, ever. In fact, when I did want to work at American, because my dad did, I wanted to be a mechanic on their on their cars and trucks, not even on their planes. So that one there is Southwest heading off to San Jose. We do have one that's about to touch down. It's another Southwest, so that one there's the Southwest one heading to San Jose. We have another one coming in here. This one's coming in from Maui. Ron, did I get your message? I don't remember if I got Ron's message or not. I hope I did. I don't think I did, though, Ron. I'm sorry. Ron's hit a very big milestone. 27 months. He's got the blue badge. Huge supporter of the channel. If I missed you earlier, Ron, I do apologize. One of these days I'll get this live streaming thing figured out. But thank you, Ron. Oop, I didn't want to clear it. I wanted to get away from that screen, though. So let's go back to live chat. Sometimes the, I'm going to go over here because the Hawaiian's about to go. Sometimes the chat, if I'm not staring at it, scrolls by too quick and I miss something. So I do apologize, Ron, if you're still here. I hope you're still here. That's funny, Sydney. All right, the Hawaiian on the Reef runway is on the move. So I don't know what's going on. The 6 is usually the third out. Hawaiian Flight 6. I don't know where the other two, 990 and 10, are usually out before it, but maybe the One World Growing Pains. Next one out to the Reef run would be that San Jose flight we were talking about a few minutes ago. That's the Southwest. There's also a Southwest going to San Diego, so the two sand flights are heading out. It looks like they're going to both go on to the Reef runway. We'll see about the second one. It's about to make the turn. Hello, Keith. Stopped in to say, well, good night, Keith. It was, oh, it's 7:30 there. Right? 7:30? All right, so both the Southwest are going to go out to the Reef runway. We'll give them a few seconds to get over there. We'll take a look at the lovely Wyland Wall art there. That's a whale breaching on the side of that building. The other side is a whale at sunset. So if you go the other way on the highway, you can see the whale at sunset. And if you go the other way, it has Diamond Head in the background in the picture, and you can line up Diamond Head and the picture. They cancel Flight 10, Travis? That's weird. That building there used to be the Hawaiian Airlines headquarters building. They sold it half a decade or so ago, maybe even longer. I think it's called Airport Center. The building behind it is a hotel, that one with the tan building with the kind of orange tips on the roof there. That's a hotel. There's a couple of spotters websites that list that as having an airport view and a runway view. But I don't trust it. I'm not willing to spend a couple $100 to stay in what honestly probably is a 2-star hotel just to find out. Okay, let's take that Southwest now. There it is, right there. Look at that, almost perfect. Almost perfectly lined up. So if anybody coming out here wants to Let me know if that actually has a airport runway view. I'd love to know. It just seems like the stuff in front of it would block you. It doesn't seem high enough. The parking garage on the whale building there, the blue one, the parking garage gets blocked. Yeah, that top floor of the lower half is a parking garage. And the top floor of the parking garage gets blocked for most things on the ground, except for the stuff right at this 4 and 8 intersection. Really, Sydney? I think it might be you. I don't see any blips on my end. That would involve effort, Charlie Bravo. Yeah. Whose rating is that? Theirs? Gucci Boomer? Honestly, it's probably... Oh, that moose is moving. It's probably better than it used to be. I'll tell you, because I think it's a Best Western now. It used to be just a generic airport hotel, and it looked really sketchy back then. The building on the left next to the one with the 2 rounded roofs, Brandon? Is that the one you're asking about? The ones with the 2 rounded roofs are really Gucci Boomer. Wow, they've stepped it up then, because it used to be really sketchy looking. The ones with the rounded roofs over there are cargo drop off. So over here, the one Brandon was talking about, the white building that has the rounded roofs, this one right here, that is a cargo building. So that has some of the airline cargo in it. I think Delta, American, JAL, Singapore. Some of the actual airline cargo is in there. There's a lot of these commercial passenger flights also carry cargo, so they have their operation there. There's another one of those down over here. There's another one of those down over here somewhere. You can't see it. I don't think it's that building there. Might be the tan one. Well, they're all tan. There's another one down there that has like JAL and a couple of the Asian airlines, ANA might be down there, that have their cargo base down there. But the reason there's cargo over here to my left, and then there's cargo over to the right, is why we get all the cargo being dragged in front of us the whole show. But over there somewhere, let's see if we can use the main camera. The main camera has a little better zoom. So somewhere over here, so we got, so that's Terminal 2, the end of Terminal 2. So Terminal 3 is over here somewhere. Ah, here we go. So that little building there with the blue sign, that's Terminal 3. So this is your small commuter access, commuter planes, the Cargo Masters and the Grand Caravans and things, Mokulele Airlines. Come out of here. Those used to come out of the other side. They had a small terminal on the other side of Terminal 2, but they tore that down and made the Hawaiian Terminal 1 over there. We can't see that from this side. We got Frank in us. Hello, Frank. But if you're going on a Mokulele flight, it comes out of this terminal here. It's more of a shed than a terminal, I think. And then the cargo building is right next to it. That's this here. And then that's a bus. See, literally the bus. Okay, buses. Jeez. Caution, bus approaching. We used to not get as much buses over here, but when they opened the Lagoon Drive station for the rail, they use this street I'm on as a turnaround for the buses and a staging. So if you go up a little further, they actually stage the buses up there to pick up people on the rail. There's several heading out to the Reef runway. We'll catch those when they're in the air. The next heavy we're going to get coming in is coming in from Tokyo. That is Hawaiian Flight 864. Oh, and they don't have them. There it is. Sorry. I was just about to look over and see where the moose was, and it was already in the air. So yes, all the gas arrives by tanker. There is a refinery over near Kapolei. There's a refinery over there. I don't know if that's where they refine the avgas or not. I know that's where they refine all the regular gasoline. But I don't know if they do the avgas, the Jet A over there, or they just bring the Jet A in already done. I don't know the answer to that. But we got these tanks over to the right here. These tanks over here. There's other tanks on Hickam, closer to Hickam. And then there's these tanks over here on the other side of the harbor. I don't know if all these are Jet A, but half of them are listed Jet A. The ones that run along the road are all listed Jet A over there. There used to be up here Somewhere up in here. I can't. I don't know if I can find it on the camera. There's a place up here called Red Hill. Might be that. Well, there's the train. I don't know if I can figure it out. It's up here somewhere. There's a space, and there was tanks underneath the ground. They don't use those anymore. They drained them because they were leaking. But it seems since they closed Red Hill, there's a lot more tankers coming in all the time. And I was assuming it's because they don't have the on-hand storage they used to. They have to keep refilling faster. Because Red Hill was for fuel storage for Hickam. It had underground lines all the way over to Hickam. They have all kinds of underground lines and railroads that they don't really tell you about here. Yeah, that's where I thought I was, but I couldn't figure out where Camp Smith was. I think Camp Smith is farther to my left. Yeah, I think I was a little too far to the right. I think it's right. Let's see. I think it's right here. This might be it right here. Somewhere in this area. You get the idea. It's somewhere in there. But leading up to and after World War II, the military did a lot of stuff here. They put those fuel tanks in. If you go up the leeward side of the island, up by Waianae, you'll see the sign. Actually, they took the sign down. Somebody took the sign down. But there used to be a sign up there that said Pearl Harbor Annex over there. And that road is easily 10 miles from Pearl Harbor, if not more. So you wonder why there's a Pearl Harbor Annex way over there. It's because that's where they would that's where they would store the munitions for the battleships. And they would load the battleships in East Lock of Pearl Harbor, and there's a train system that runs the ammunition from the Waianae Valley area all the way underneath the mountain this way to the East Lock of Pearl Harbor. Next one coming in is that Hawaiian from Tokyo. So we'll zoom a little closer. Oh yeah, Mike, so Spam Jam, if you don't know, Spam is extremely popular here. The story I was told is it started after World War II when that's all they could get. Maybe even during World War II. Either way, Spam is very popular here. You get a lot of dishes with Spam. spam musubis, which is a slice of spam and rice wrapped in seaweed, is pretty much a staple for anybody here. They have them at all the 7-Elevens. You can go buy them. Every convenience store seems to have them. But anyway, spam is very popular. So every year they have a what they call a spam jam, which is basically a festival in Waikiki. It's on Kalakaua Avenue, right by the police station. But they have, it's a benefit for the, I think it's a benefit for the food bank, the local food bank. But they'll have music and food booths up and down the street. The food booths are from regular restaurants around the city, usually higher end restaurants, really nice restaurants. But anything from a burger place to Alan Wong's restaurant and all that stuff. All kinds of restaurants. But every booth, no matter what they actually serve, it has to have one dish made with spam. So even if you're a burger place, you have to come up with a recipe. You have to come up with a dish that you serve there at Spam Jam that has spam in it. The worst one I ever had was, there's a local company called Ono Pops, which makes frozen, ice cream on a stick. And they had a spam ice cream pop. And you gotta try it, right? You see spam ice cream on a stick, you gotta try it. Well, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Terrible, even. And I ate 2 bites of it and I couldn't eat any more, and I went to throw it in the trash can, and you could see that like 8 other people had done the exact same thing right before me, because there was half melted ones in the trash can. Speaking of Monty Python and spam, if you go back and watch the original spam skit from the TV show, not the one that's in Live at the Hollywood Bowl, not that one, the one that's in the original TV show, you will see that the third dish that the waitress says does not have spam in it. So she says everything has spam, but that's not exactly the case. The third dish that she lists off does not have spam in it. And that's your Patrick's trivia that no one else will care about for the day. So when you tell all your friends, they'll look at you blankly, like I'm imagining all of you are doing right now. Hello, Kelvin. I'm not a huge fan of spam, but I will tell you, if you teriyaki it, it's pretty darn good. Probably, or probably a mosquito on my screen. Little tail check is longer here. We got 2. 3 tails there. So maybe we'll get a couple of those in the 9 o'clock hour going out. Oh, thanks, Kelvin. Where you at, little 717? Oh, there you are. You're going really slow. They used to. I think they discontinued them. You might still be able to get Spam, but they used to have a local deluxe platter here at McDonald's for breakfast. And it was, I think it was eggs, Portuguese sausage, Spam, and rice. And you can get that, you could get that at McDonald's. I think they discontinued it though. They did they used to have Simon at McDonald's here too, but they discontinued that as well. The second A380, the blue one today, is about 7 minutes out. We might also be, looks like we're also going to get another quad jet here. We have a C-17 that looks like it's lining up for 8 left. It is about 5 or so miles off the coast, and it's at 4,000 feet, so. Hello, Manuel. Good to see you. Thanks for watching. Man, I am hungry this morning. I don't know what. I mean, there's all this food talk. So those. So the C-17 is still off the coast. Keep an eye on that. It's not a, it does not appear to be a Hawaii C-17. It's got a green, in the picture it's got a green stripe on the tail. I don't know where that's from, but that's not Hawaii. McCord, thank you, Jolly Roger. Oh, Gucci Boomer too, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Patrick, and I am gonna have my viewers guess what flavor Pop-Tart I'm eating every stream until Kellogg's or Pop-Tart USA sponsors me. So it's time to play another game of what flavor of Pop-Tart is Patrick eating today. Give you a hint, it's in a silver wrapper. Everybody get your guesses ready. Remember, this is an exhibition. No wagering, please. We have a couple people who are very close, but you're missing one little important element out of it. You guys are all around it. Like 3 or 4 people have said almost the complete word. You got to remember, you got to have the qualifier in there, and then you got to have the full name. I've got one down, one to go. You guys are close, but you haven't got it yet. All right, looks like we have a winner. We have a winner. Upper is the winner. Frosted brown sugar cinnamon is the winner today. Thank you very much for playing. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to eat a Pop-Tart. C17. So thank you, everyone. If you know anybody at Pop-Tart US on Instagram, have them follow me. Sorry about that. The camera didn't cut over to the C-17 landing. I apologize about that. Is that a 330 Australian down there? Is that what that is? All right, the A380 is next. I will not miss that. Oh, it is a 330, yeah. Man, I was right. It's Australian. Look at that. Alright, so that MRTT has made it all the way down. Looks like it's about to turn onto the runway. We'll follow the turtle till it starts to move. Alright, so it is on the move. So we're going to pan away from Lonnie for a second. Come back to her. They see me rolling. They hate me. All right, next couple out on the Reef runway are both Hawaiian. One's a 717 and one is a 321. The 717 is heading off to Hilo. 321 is heading off to Portland with the extra X. Our first JAL plane is coming in. It's just over Ko'olina right now, or almost over Ko'olina. That is a 76 coming in from Tokyo. Oh no. Here comes JAL from Tokyo. Ooh, look at this. Do you see this? Do you see the rainbow above? Can you see that in the shot? There's a very faint rainbow above the turtles. Look at that. Yeah, just a slight one there, Ian. I thought the rainbow might bring out rainbow love, but I guess not. All right, the 321 should be rolling soon. It's got to be rolling soon, right? It hasn't turned onto the end of the runway yet. Oh, he's waiting on a FedEx cargo master to come in front of him. So I guess that means we'll all wait for the FedEx cargo master. Unless that Jow gets here sooner. The Jow's pretty close. Just about to cross over Iroquois Point. Would you rather see a JAL 7.6 or would you rather see a Hawaiian 321? I know what I would pick. Hand wasn't cooperating. We're getting more cows. I smell cows. Oh yeah, I just looked up and saw that DHL sneak into a cloud bank. My order has shipped. All right. Who's that from? Ooh. So if you guys here on Tuesday, we had a very rare event on Tuesday. Look at the fire department playing around in the back. You can see that. Look at that. We had both of these Singapore Air DHL 777s. There's two of them coming in. On Tuesday, both of them did a go-around. Jaw's gonna sneak around the other side of Terminal 2 there. Actually, it's in the W part of Terminal 2. Next one in is a, it looks a lot like that one, but it's a 787 as opposed to a 767. It's also a JAL, that's why I said it looks a lot like it. I never heard the reason, Jolly Roger. I believe the tower called both of them. I believe. I'm not 100%. I meant to go back and listen to the ATC yesterday on my other channel, but it got busy, and by the time I got to it, it was too late. Or, I'm sorry, day before, yeah. So this is the JAL Dreamliner. Which I guess statistically it's just as possible as any other two planes to do a go around near each other, but it was just kind of odd that they were both Singapore 777s. I believe Mike asked me earlier if I was going to Spam Jam. We had talked about it, but it doesn't look good. We had thought about going before the baseball game, but as I mentioned earlier, I have to work Saturday, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get out in time to make both. So we'll see. But probably not. There goes the cows. Let's see what the cows. There's the cows. That's what I've been smelling for the last 20 minutes. Thank you, cows. Oh, there's more coming, too. More coming. And they're going to park right behind me, and now I get to smell them again. Come on, guys. Ugh. I've known people who like the smell of cow manure. I don't get it. I don't understand it. John, I've flown on a 9, and I've flown on an American 8. I didn't enjoy the American 8. I didn't find that comfortable. The seats in economy do not really fit me. I did get bumped up to premium economy once, and that was a little better. But that's a very, very rare occurrence for me to sit in premium economy. It's too expensive. And it's hard to get upgraded to premium economy from Hawaii. Because if you fly through LA with the extra X or Phoenix with the appropriate number of X's, both of those are on 321s where there is no premium economy. They do have a first class, but it's only like 14 seats. Let's see, 5 rows of, no, less than that. 5. No, it's more than that. It's 5 rows or 6 rows of 4. So maybe 20, 18, 16 or 20 first class seats. So it's really hard to get an upgrade on a Hawaii bound flight. Now if you go through Dallas, you can get on the Dreamliner 8, but still it's a premium destination where people are of high status going on vacations. Seems really hard. Yeah, Sydney had, I guess, I think this is they grew up on a farm. Maybe it's sentimental for them, or grew up near a farm. I do know they grew up in a little hick town, so it's probably just the smell of that little hick town. Oh, the French A330, Mike. Thank you. Let's see if I can. Oh, we have a UPS just lit up as well. Oh, yeah, that's really close. Really close. All right, let's take the DHL now. See if it does a go around. Probably not, but you never know. I'm gonna leave it a little wide because the heat haze is getting pretty bad. Oh, I can hear him. Can you hear him? Can you hear the cows? I swear they were moving a second ago. All right, it looks like that 330 might be the next heavy, and there is a Aloha air cargo in front of it. We have a short out there on the Reef runway, and then we have the 747 that I don't think is pushed back yet. I think we have 3 or 4 people who were at AvCon in the chat. I know Frank was here earlier. He was there. He stopped by and hung out with us. And then Sydney was there. And Josh was here earlier. I think he's still in the chat. Oh, there he is right there. Yeah, he's still here. He was there. Did a little IRL modding. Our good friend Walt was there. And Mrs. Reverse Ops was there. Bloop, right in there. Alright, at 3:30 is next. I can't find my beret. I'm looking around for it. Can't find it. Maybe I have a baguette here somewhere. If not, I can just make an annoying French accent. Of course I'm French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent? Your father was a hamster and your mother smelled of elderberries. Hahaha, I told them we already got one. Hi, take care, Cruising Usher. Yeah, it was a good time at AvCon. My favorite part was just meeting everybody. Just meeting. I had met Josh before, but I never met Sydney. Meeting Frank, a bunch of other people who stopped by the booth that had watched the show. So it was a fun, positive experience for me. I had a really good time. Hopefully he didn't drop his macaroons, Sydney. Yeah, see him, Bailey. Sometimes you can see him over here on the north hard ramp. The UPS ones are a little buried back there on one of the side streets, but you can still see them if you head over there. So, my personal favorites are the lifting nose on the 747. That's pretty cool. I like that. So the 7-4 has pushed back now on the cargo ramp. So we're missing a tail over there now. Oh, looks like Zip Air is pushed too. That's it right there behind the French planes. We have the Zippies and the Baguette Express here. Unless they do it on the north hard ramp, it's kind of hard to do in a stream because, like I said, they're kind of buried back behind all those cargo buildings. And the street you can take to see them is not really a place where you could set up to do a live stream from. We have gone by there on our driving stream and seen a little glimpse of them, but not a big long thing. Yeah, it's not as much as Walt's. Walt gets a lot of that on his stream. He's Founders Plaza, where he sets up at DFW, is right next to the UPS terminal, so he gets a lot of he gets to see a lot of that. Say a map on the front underneath the cockpit windows. I can't really tell. Yeah, can't really say a map. Bailey CM, he's on Runway DFW is the name of his channel. He is part of the Code Share crew. I noticed the third member of the Code Share crew, Luke, was with the Random Spotter, was streaming yesterday. Truly random of him. Unfortunately, I tuned in as the stream said ended 5 minutes ago, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I am gonna play the I'm going to play this now because I do not want to forget. I finally got it sorted out and non-glitchy, so I'm going to do this now. I want to thank the 787 Hano Traveler Level members, Perth Mark II, Ken Smith, Rich F., Frank Schoenstein, and Chris L. I'd also like to thank all the other channel members. You guys really make this thing go. We're like PBS out here. We are completely member-funded. We have no sponsors. But if you know someone who'd like to sponsor the channel, I'm open to hear anything that's not a unsolicited spam email in my inbox. I'll talk to anybody. If you can get me some a Pop-Tarts brand deal, I'd love to see that. So anybody knows anybody at Kellogg's? So we're not quite done yet. Don't go anywhere. We got about 13 more minutes, so we'll see what else turns up. We do have one more Queen departing, and we have Zip Air departing. So we're at least going to get those two out of here. The Queen has started to move, so we're not out of here yet. I just want to make sure I don't forget to roll the thing, because this is very important to me. You guys mean a lot to me, so I want to make sure that all of you are properly thanked. So we're going to do a little bit early so I don't forget. Repairs and reading, they got stuck here when they grounded them. So there's 3 of them here. There's the FedEx that you can see in this shot. There's a UPS next to it. And then there's another UPS around the corner of Terminal 2. They got stuck here when they got grounded. So they haven't gone anywhere in months. This FedEx one here in the shot, it did have its engines going this morning for about 5 minutes. When did you upgraded today, Jolly Roger, right? I can't make the graphic that fast. The graphic was made yesterday evening. So if you upgraded today, so you'll be in the next one. The graphics aren't on the fly. The graphics have to be pre-made. So this list is current as of yesterday about 4 o'clock. But I appreciate you upgrading your membership. Whenever the next stream is, you'll be in that list. Most likely next Tuesday. I really wish I could generate these on the fly. It's a pain. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I'd like to thank the world's most dangerous mod crew: Rainbow Love, Ms. Wolves, Sydney, Josh, O'Malley, Jane, Alan, Kirsten, Brandon, and Keith over at HNL Ops. He's been on light duty this week, so thank you very much for hanging out, Keith. And I'd like to do a special shout out to Mrs. Reverse Ops. Let's see, we can see if any French dignitaries are on this plane. Super zoom action. Oh, we have customs and border protection there. That's the white car with the, oops. That's the white car with the blue stripe. That's customs and border protections. They're probably checking passports. That pickup truck looking thing is probably the stairs. I think that's the stairs being pushed up. So I don't think anybody's out yet. Zippy is about to make the turn onto Juliet, and the 747 is taking the long way around. It's over here already, so it's taking the long way around. They've been closing off some of those taxiways around Romeo. I thought they were done with it, but Apparently not. They're bringing it around this side. So he'll go down Bravo to Juliet. And there's Zippies in the background. Next one coming in on 8 left. Virgin America flight 355 coming in from Portland. We'll go a little wide on the 747, see if we can see both of them in the same shot. Yeah, there you go. Almost, Josh, almost. I'm just waiting on the queen. I'm just waiting on a friend. Alright, we'll pan away from this just for a second. Don't need to see too many Virgin Americas anymore, but we're going to take the Hawaiian on the coming out on the Reef runway. It's there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Alright, Zip Air is out next on the Reef runway. Alright, we're gonna flip over here. Zippy should be moving any second now. Let's see if it goes. The next one in on the Reef runway is the second of 2 DHLs. But I think we're gonna get Zippy way before that. Zippies. Well, that UPS is sure taking its time, isn't it? It's like the slowest crawl down Bravo ever. Ooh, we having a raft truck out here. Hello. Looks lost. This is the second of two Singapore Airlines. This is coming in from LA with the extra extra. The first one came in from Cincinnati. Next one coming in on 8 left is coming in from Osaka. It's a Hawaiian 330. We'll probably hang out with this one though, because the other one's going to be all heat hazy. Enjoy, Kelvin. Got tired of packing and unpacking, town to town, up and down the dial. Baby and me were never meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in a while. I'm on WKRP in Cincinnati. Yeah, the thing you got to remember is Brandon has no scene control at home. He just has to say, yes, dear. Ooh, we have an H-Dot in the house? Oh, hello, H-Dot. hopefully see him, Bailey. Man, that 747, I swear, is not in any hurry to leave because he has still not made it down to the runway yet. I will say one thing about the difference between prices here in Hawaii and prices in California. I've met a lot of people, and I've known a lot of people who moved to California from Hawaii because Hawaii is too expensive and they need to go someplace cheaper. I have never met one person in my life who was living in California and moved to Hawaii because it's cheaper. So take that for what you will. From a 50,000 overview, you might think they're close or even California's worse. There's no doubt in my mind that you people are mistaken. Hawaii is way more expensive, even if you're talking about San Francisco. All right, with that said, we're going to take our Hanaho plane of the day, UPS 34, heading off to Sydney. All right, well, thanks everybody. It's been a lot of fun today. Like I said, no Saturday show this week. We'll keep you updated. Check out Instagram or the post section on my YouTube page to get any updates on when the next show will be. Hopefully we don't have to wait till as long as Tuesday, but you never know. I think I overextended myself this weekend. Thanks again to the mods. Thanks again everyone for being here. All the green names in the chat. Look at all those green names in the chat. That's pretty awesome. Thank you all very much. We're going to send you over to the HNL ops stream. But don't forget, we have 2 new shirts in the shop, the Keep the Pualani Pualani and the Defend Pualani. Portion of proceeds for these shirts will go to the Pacific Aviation Museum. So those both can be found at reverseopshop.com. I'll drop a link in the chat. But we'll see you all later. Thanks everyone. If I don't see you, have a great weekend. All right. Love you all.